The movie Cute Bodyguard is about Rong Yin, a CEO who runs away from taking over his family business, Gu Corporation. He has a fear of physical contact. The female lead, Su Jing, is a seemingly cute girl who is actually very good at martial arts. A twist of fate brings these two unrelated people together. For some reason, Su Jing becomes Rong Yan's personal bodyguard. Their romantic story begins from there. Come and watch the movie. Su Jing went to Han Ran's book signing event. Before meeting the most important person, she stood in front of the car to reapply her lipstick, but didn't know someone was in the car. Seeing someone blocking the car, Rong Yan's assistant ran forward, making her jump and drop her lipstick. After that, Rong Yan got out of the car and was about to pass Su Jing, but bumped into her. They were a bit embarrassed. Su Jing wanted to ask if he was okay, but the assistant stood in between them, asking her to keep her distance. Rong Yan immediately left. But at that moment, Su Jing's sweater got caught on Rong Yan's button. The thread was pulled out and the connection between them began. Su Jing kept calling out to Rong Yan from behind, but he thought she was trying to get his attention. He told his assistant to give her the sweater back. Su Jing wanted an apology, but he didn't even bother to look back and left. Gu Corporation held a board meeting. The chairman announced that Rong Yan would be the new chairman of the company. Rong Yan refused because he didn't want the position. He even resigned from his current position and projected his resignation letter onto the projector in front of the board. Downstairs, everyone was waiting for Han Ran, including Su Jing. He was her senior brother, but Su Jing didn't feel she could face him looking like this, so she went to grab Han Ran's new book. She got the book and happily returned. She imagined them meeting, her confessing to him, because this was a secret she'd kept for years. She even imagined them secretly liking each other. Just as she was lost in her daydreams, Rong Yin interrupted her. A group of bodyguards rushed forward and crushed Su Jing's book. Seeing them trying to force Rong Yin away in broad daylight, Su Jing thought they were bad guys and she took them down. Han Ran's book signing event was happening right next door. Because of the commotion Su Jing caused, they had to cancel the event. Han Ran looked at Su Jing, but she shyly avoided his gaze. He was about to blame Rong Yin when someone suddenly charged towards her. Su Jing punched the man in the nose, making him bleed. She fainted when she saw the blood, but luckily, Rong Yin caught her. He realized that his phobia wasn't triggered when he touched Su Jing. Later, he took her to the hospital for a checkup. The doctor said she just fainted because of her fear of blood. As he was about to help her cover up, Su Jing woke up and mistook him for a pervert. She punched him, but her assistant got hit instead. While driving away from the hospital, the assistant suggested finding a bodyguard for Rong Yin, or others would force him to go back. Rong Yin wasn't worried. He remembered the girl from earlier and how he didn't experience any fear when he touched her. He asked his assistant to investigate and find her, inviting her to be his bodyguard. The Su family martial arts school only had 2 disciples left, but they were packing their things and leaving. Their master and his wife tried to stop them, but they wouldn't listen. After investigating, Rong Yin brought some things to the martial arts school to find Su Jing. He introduced himself to her parents as a small, recently started investment company. At first, her parents were hesitant about her becoming a bodyguard. However, when Su Jing came home and saw Rong Yin in her house, she called him a pervert and her parents quickly chased him out. As Rong Yin was about to leave, he was chased by Chairman He's bodyguards. Having no choice, he ran into Su Jing's house and hid. Afraid of being discovered, he ran into the kitchen and saw Su Jing washing her hair. Thinking her mother was behind her, Su Jing asked Rong Yin to help wash her hair. He actually agreed and helped her, but they accidentally hugged and were seen by Su Jing's parents. Rong Yin mentioned the earlier incident and said he would pay first. Su Jing's parents hesitated a little. Rong Yin also wanted to rent her house, and her parents readily agreed. Su Jing, of course, had to comply. However, when Rong Yin swiped his card, he discovered a problem. His card was frozen. Su Jing told him to go home. He took off his watch and gave it to Su Jing's mother. Her father saw that the watch was quite valuable and agreed. Early in the morning, Rong Yin was woken up at 5:30 a.m. to exercise. This was a rule set by Su Jing's mother, which everyone had to follow. She herself continued to sleep soundly. Chairman, he sent people to take his assistant, telling him to reveal Rong Yan's whereabouts. Fortunately, the assistant kept his mouth shut. Just then, Ro called. In front of Chairman Gu's people, she advised Rong Yin to go back to work at the corporation. After they left, she sent him a message telling him to turn off his phone to avoid being located. Rong Yin thought it made sense and followed her advice. Rong Yin received a box of his personal belongings that his assistant managed to send to him. It included his personal bank card. Rong Yin took Su Jing to the bank to withdraw money. He didn't want to be recognized, so he wore a helmet, which looked a bit funny. Su Jing went to withdraw the money for him. She was stunned by the balance because there were so many zeros. She mistook him for a criminal and wanted to arrest him. She punched him, causing him to bleed. She fainted and Rong Yin caught her, and Ro used her phone's location to find Rong Yin. When she got there, she saw Rong Yin hugging a girl. The girl gave him a new phone, but she kept her number and Sieti's number and told him to be careful. And Rose started asking about the girl. Rong Yin explained that her name is Su Jing and she fainted because of the blood. Also, he said that his fear of intimacy seems to be an exception for Su Jing. That's one reason he decided to stay. He added that he won't be going back for now. He wants to give his grandpa some time to think about the inheritance. After thinking carefully, he will return on his own. Su Jing still wanted Rong Yin to leave. Her mom felt that this logic didn't make sense, saying that Jing hit him, but he helped her back home. Su Jing thought hard, feeling like he was using a soft approach to get close to them, first earning their trust, then killing two birds with one stone. The woman who came looking for him was probably his soulmate. Su Jing's dad grabbed a big stick and wanted to chase Rong Yin away. Su Jing's mom sat there and stopped him. The three of them struggled near the door. Suddenly, they heard in Rose say that Rong Yin was the only heir to the Gu group. The three of them were shocked. After returning, Su Jing's family found out that Gu Rong was indeed who he claimed to be. That night, her mother returned his watch to him. After the contract was signed and finalized, Gu Rong could stay in Su Jing's room. After that, Su Jing had to move her things to a different room for Gu Rong. Su Jing's mom even gave him a new set of bed sheets. While Su Jing was moving things around, he didn't cooperate and accidentally broke her statue. Gu Rong wanted to compensate her, but he didn't know what that doll meant to Su Jing. Later that night, he called for Su Jing to bring him hot water. Seeing that she didn't want to go, he shouted loudly. Su Jing didn't want him to bother her mom, so she could only go get him the water. After that, Su Jing was tired and went to her room, forgetting that she had given it to him. Gu Rong called her, but she didn't wake up. He ended up getting hit by a feather duster. When she woke up, she called him a pervert. It was too late when she realized that she was no longer in her room. She was embarrassed and ran back to her own room. Su Jing deliberately tried to annoy Gu Rong in the morning, refusing to let him eat anything for breakfast. There was a knock on the door, and Su Jing opened it to find her senior brother, Han Ran. She shyly invited him in. Han Ran greeted Gu Rong, but Gu Rong only glanced at his outstretched hand and didn't shake it. Su Jing explained that he had a fear of physical contact. Han Ran brought Su Jing his new book, which he had signed. After he left, Gu Rong noticed Su Jing's liking for Han Ran and teased her about having a boyfriend. Su Jing retorted that she had always been popular, but Gu Rong said that Han Ran didn't feel the same way based on the way he looked at her. Su Jing went to talk to her best friend, AI Me, about everything that had happened, especially about Gu Rong. Meanwhile, Gu Rong started using a loudspeaker so he could easily call for Su Jing and get her to help him with things. AI Me, after hearing about the loudspeaker torment, came up with an idea. Su Jing should stay with Gu Rong 24/7 to see if he could handle it. Gu Rong wanted to go out and told Su Jing to get in the car with him. Su Jing thought he wanted to buy her clothes, but Gu Rong felt his own clothes were too flashy and wanted to buy some simple clothes. Su Jing took him to the market, and Gu Rong had never been there before. After buying himself clothes, Gu Rong also bought some for Su Jing, which surprised her. Even more surprising was that he took her to a big shopping mall to buy even more expensive clothes. Su Jing was a little shocked and thought it was a game of changing clothes, so she reluctantly went along. Gu Rong ended up buying everything for her and said they were for work. They also went to see an exhibition together, but Su Jing accidentally damaged an artifact. She was worried she wouldn't have enough money to pay for it. Gu Rong stepped in to help her. After that, Su Jing's attitude towards Gu Rong was completely 180. She asked Gu Rong to keep it a secret in exchange for becoming his bodyguard for 5 years. A co-worker at Su Jing's mom's beauty salon bragged about her daughter becoming a flight attendant and casually mocked Su Jing for being too old to find a boyfriend. Su Jing's mom could only say that Su Jing found a special and comfortable job at a big company. Just as she was saying this, Su Jing got out of Gu Rong's car. Su Jing's mom purposely said that Gu Rong was her boyfriend, and in a flash, she was beaming with pride. Su Jing's mom taught her how to do beauty treatments on Gu Rong. She gave him thermage and explained what it was. He didn't understand and said it hurt. Later, Su Jing sold him a beauty salon membership card. He initially refused very firmly, but eventually agreed. Su Jing's mom and her tricked him into buying an expensive beauty package. Gu Rong didn't understand, but Su Jing brainwashed him and he finally accepted. After returning home, she didn't forget to give him a massage. Gu Rong was very comfortable, but Su Jing was still uncomfortable. She then did everything she could think of for him, including washing his clothes and cooking. Gu Rong even praised her for doing a better job than his assistant, Siete. They got home just in time to see Han Ran waiting for her at the door. Su Jing immediately became flustered, quickly asking Gu Rong if her hair was okay before running to Han Ran. Gu Rong teased her, saying that Han Ran wasn't there to marry her. Gu Rong deliberately introduced himself to Han Ran, not only as the tenant of the Su family, but also as Su Jing's boss. He wanted to say creditor, but Su Jing interrupted him. Afterward, Su Jing sat on Han Ran's suitcase and let him push her. Gu Rong was clearly unhappy, so he said he wanted to drink coffee, but not instant coffee. He then pulled Su Jing up and threatened her with the 300,000 yuan, so she had to do as he said. But after Su Jing bought it, Gu Rong didn't drink it because he just wanted to annoy her. Su Jing's family and Han Ran made dumplings together, having a lot of fun. Gu Rong came downstairs in a suit, not joining them, but just watching. Seeing Su Jing sitting next to Han Ran, praising his beautiful dumplings, Gu Rong got jealous. He stood up and wanted to try making dumplings, but he didn't know how. At dinner, Su Jing and Han Ran picked dumplings for each other. Gu Rong brought up the sculpture exhibition, asking Han Ran if he'd seen it. Su Jing's eyes immediately changed, and she quickly explained that Han Ran wrote novels, creating things. So how could he go see his sculpture exhibition? Han Ran was recruiting a literary assistant and wanted to ask Su Jing if she was interested in trying it out, but Gu Rong objected. However, Su Jing persuaded him, and he agreed. After dinner, he continued to interrupt Su Jing and Han Ran's conversation. Su Jing ignored him and continued talking to Han Ran. Han Ran pretended to be kind and polite, but Gu Rong exposed him, saying that Su Jing's soda was already open, but she still asked Han Ran to open it for her. He lectured her, saying that if you really like someone, you like them for who they are, not someone you have to put on a front for. Su Jing knew what kind of girl Han Ran liked, but Gu Rong advised her that Han Ran didn't actually like her, so she shouldn't try to wake up someone who was pretending to be asleep. Su Jing left angrily. Gu Rong was genuinely angry. She was such a strong and independent woman. Why did she like a man who just flirted with everyone? Gu Rong couldn't tell if his anger was out of righteousness or a special feeling. Su Jing went on a date with Han Ran. Gu Rong followed them and kept interrupting, acting as a third wheel, even taking her couple's milk tea. Even though Su Jing tried to get rid of Gu Rong, he wouldn't leave. She had to ask for help from AI Me. Gu Rong suggested they go cycling around the lake. AI Me asked Gu Rong to go with her, but he brought up his fear of physical contact, so only Su Jing could go with him. During the outing, they ran into director He, so they played a game of He Chases Me, I Run, with Su Jing cycling with Gu Rong for a long time. Su Jing even held Gu Rong's hand. They kept running, but director He caught up to them. Su Jing directly hit him, and then they escaped. After they lost director He, Gu Rong noticed a car coming towards them and pulled Su Jing toward him. Su Jing fell into his arms from the force. They stared into each other's eyes for a moment, feeling a little shy. Su Jing quickly avoided his gaze, then said they needed to go back soon or AI Me and Han Ran would be worried. And Ro heard that Gu Rong was exposed and went to Su Jing's house. Han Ran opened the door. AI Me and Han Ran had been waiting at home for a long time, and the other two hadn't returned. Han Ran was a little worried, as they had been gone for so long, wondering if something dangerous had happened. AI Me reassured him that he shouldn't worry himself. Then she texted Su Jing. Han Ran asked Ro about the reason behind Gu Rong's actions, but she refused to say. Han Ran wanted to go to the police station to report it, but Ro stopped him and told him not to make a big deal out of it. Just then, Su Jing and Gu Rong returned. Ro immediately scolded Su Jing for not taking good care of Gu Rong. Han Ran stood behind Su Jing and said that she was just his assistant, not a hired nanny. Ro was about to reveal that Su Jing was his bodyguard, but Gu Rong interrupted her. He explained that the situation that day was very simple. A former employee of his company had been fired and was now begging to return to the company, but he didn't want to get involved, so he asked Su Jing to take him away. Everyone looked at Su Jing, who was still flustered. Gu Rong continued to speak for her, saying that today's incident had nothing to do with her. She went along with his story to avoid revealing her identity as his bodyguard to Han Ran. Ro originally wanted to talk to Gu Rong about the company, but he was determined not to be involved, instructing her to just focus on his grandfather's work and not report back to him. Ro understood why he hired Su Jing as his bodyguard, but she didn't understand why he hid it from Han Ran. Gu Rong had promised to keep it a secret from Su Jing, saying it was a matter between them and no one else needed to know. Ro realized that Su Jing was more than just a bodyguard to Gu Rong. She then informed Gu Rong that director He had been spotted in the nearby area and advised him to travel elsewhere to avoid being found. Gu Rong said he would think about it. Han Ran told Su Jing that he would have a book signing event in a few days and invited her to go, treating it as a short trip. Su Jing immediately agreed and was very happy. That night, Gu Rong was reading when Su Jing carefully brought him fruit, even peeling the grapes and putting them in his mouth. Gu Rong noticed that she wanted to go see Han Ran. Finally, he agreed to let her go because he wanted to follow her, treating it as a way to relieve his worries. On the way, Su Jing sat in the passenger seat, while Han Ran and Gu Rong rested in the back. Everyone fell asleep except Gu Rong. He saw that Su Jing was sleepy and had nowhere to put her head, so he gently used his hand to support her face, smiling as he did so. When they arrived at the hotel, there were no rooms left, and they hadn't booked in advance. Gu Rong didn't want to go anywhere else, so he had to squeeze into a bed with Han Ran. Su Jing was folding Han Ran's clothes and accidentally ruined his shirt. The shirt was custom-made and was no longer available for purchase, so she had to rely on Gu Rong to help. He gave her an address, telling her that if she brought the shirt there, someone would fix it. Su Jing immediately smiled happily. That night, Gu Rong couldn't sleep on the sofa, tossing and turning. He went to Su Jing's room, but she wasn't there. He called her, but didn't get an answer. He thought she might be at the tailor shop, so he couldn't help but be worried and went to find her. He found her sleeping on the sofa, so he took off his jacket and covered her, sitting next to her. In the middle of the night, Su Jing woke up and covered Gu Rong with his jacket. He suddenly woke up and they looked at each other again, the atmosphere a little awkward. Gu Rong and Su Jing went to Heart Lake, but Su Jing went to Heart Lake to set up a place for a confession. At this time, Siete called Gu Rong. Dr. Zhang, his doctor, said that they might have finally found a cure for his illness and that they should try to bring Su Jing to meet him if there was a chance. Gu Rong told his assistant to continue monitoring the situation. However, Gu Rong was very opposed to Su Jing's confession. He made things difficult for her and advised her not to do it that day. Su Jing thought that a playboy like him must have had many girlfriends, but Gu Rong had actually never been in love before, and Su Jing had the opportunity to tease him. After setting everything up, she texted Han Ran asking about his situation. He was also browsing articles about the Aurora Borealis at the lake. Han Ran felt that seeing the Aurora Borealis wasn't necessarily the best thing, but the process of waiting for it was the most wonderful. As he finished saying this, he noticed a comment on Weibo that mirrored his exact words. Su Jing had finished setting up the final step, but she had been squatting on the grass for a long time and her legs were numb. She asked Gu Rong to help her stand up. He pulled her up, but he pulled too hard and pulled her into his arms. They looked at each other, but Su Jing quickly avoided his gaze. She then noticed that the candles she had set up were knocked over, and Gu Rong mocked her for being unromantic. Su Jing was very angry, thinking that the romantic setting she had painstakingly created was being dismissed so casually. Gu Rong realized that he had said too much and quickly corrected himself. Su Jing didn't want to listen, and she didn't understand why he was bothering her. What was the benefit of her failed confession to him? Gu Rong frankly said that there was indeed a benefit, then instinctively avoided her gaze and said that this way, she could do a good job. Su Jing didn't want to talk to him anymore and drew a circle for him to stay within. Later, Su Jing started setting up the tent and needed help, so she asked him to help. Although they were still arguing, Gu Rong still went to assist her. By 5 o'clock, Han Ran still hadn't contacted Su Jing. She realized that her phone had died and hurriedly borrowed Gu Rong's phone. Suddenly, many wasps flew out of the trees. Su Jing ran in a hurry and tripped over a branch, falling. Although Gu Rong caught her, her phone fell into the water. They quickly hid in the tent, but accidentally kissed. Su Jing quickly pushed him away, the atmosphere now very awkward. Su Jing noticed that his ankle was swollen. It turned out that he had sprained his ankle while pulling her up earlier. Su Jing thought that the last train was at 8, but Gu Rong told her that it was at 18. Su Jing realized that she had mixed up the times, and ultimately, they were too late and had to stay in the tent. Han Ran called Su Jing after finishing an interview, but her phone was off. That night, Gu Rong lit the heart-shaped candles that Su Jing had set up that afternoon. Su Jing brought him an ice pack. Gu Rong even took the initiative to say thank you. Su Jing was very surprised. It was the first time he said thank you. Then they played with fireworks. Gu Rong had never played with fireworks before because his grandfather didn't allow it. The beauty of fireworks was different from his grandfather's upbringing. His grandfather's philosophy of life was to be strong and resilient, not just dazzling like fireworks. Through this, Su Jing realized that Gu Rong and the Gu Rong in her imagination were different. Han Ran was very anxious when he couldn't get in touch with Su Jing. Gu Rong was supposed to be at the hotel, but he wasn't there either. He could only ask for help finding Su Jing everywhere. That night, Gu Rong recalled the scene earlier that day when he was so close to her and even kissed her. He began to wonder if he liked her. The next morning, they both woke up and were a little uncomfortable being so close to each other. When they looked at the time, it was already 11 o'clock. Su Jing had also missed Han Ran's book signing event. When she arrived at the signing event, it was already over. Su Jing explained all the things that had happened when she was preparing to go to Heart Lake, and Han Ran was finally reassured. After they returned, Su Jing's father brought Gu Rong some medicine for his injury. Her mother noticed that Su Jing was a little unhappy upon returning and asked Gu Rong what had happened, but he didn't tell her what had occurred. Then he told Siete to buy some sculpting clay so he could sculpt a statue to give to Su Jing to make up for the broken one. That night, Su Jing couldn't sleep and thought about her relationship with Han Ran. Gu Rong knocked on her door and placed the sculpture he made in front of it, along with a note. Su Jing was very happy when she received it, and the sculpture was very exquisite. Gu Rong was curious to see her reaction when she received the sculpture. Then he shouted that he wanted water, so Su Jing brought it to him. Then, she brought him a note that said, "My son told me to thank you." Su Jing had automatically considered the sculpture as her son. Gu Rong teased her, saying that he made it, so was his son. Then they argued again, eventually deciding that it was their son. Gu Rong chuckled, and then his stomach started rumbling. Su Jing heard it and asked if he hadn't eaten, but there was nothing in the fridge, so she went to buy him some food. Gu Rong suggested going with her. Su Jing supported Gu Rong, and they walked down the road. Su Jing noticed that Gu Rong was looking at her differently. She started to wonder if he liked her, but when she thought about it carefully, it was impossible. How could he have that kind of thought? Gu Rong noticed that she seemed uneasy and asked what she was thinking about. Su Jing said nothing and changed the subject, asking him how his ankle was. Gu Rong said that the soft tissue was bruised, but that it was fine and nothing to worry about. But seeing Su Jing's worried expression, he deliberately said that his ankle hurt when he walked, making Su Jing genuinely feel a little sorry for him. She wanted to take him on a bicycle, but he refused, saying he wanted to walk. Su Jing noticed that he was different now than he was when he first arrived. When he first arrived, he wanted to avoid everyone. Even though he wouldn't react to his fear of physical contact with her, he wasn't as close as he was now. Gu Rong seemed to realize this as well and quickly withdrew his hand, denying it. As they were standing there talking, AI Mi drove her electric scooter up behind them. Gu Rong pulled Su Jing into his arms, and AI Mi saw the whole thing. The three of them found a snack stand and sat down. AI Mi was riding her bike to find Su Jing to tell her that she was about to fall in love. Although Su Jing didn't know who this person was, she would meet him soon. After the confession was successful, AI Mi would bring him to meet Su Jing. Su Jing screamed that she also wanted a sweet love. AI Mi said frankly that a sweet love was not in the distance, but right in front of her. As she said this, the two people across from her felt a little embarrassed, and AI Mi quickly explained that the person she was talking about was actually Han Ran. Su Jing's father wanted to celebrate the 30th anniversary of his first meeting with Su Jing's mother, so he specifically called Han Ran for help and planned to hold a grand celebration. He planned to recreate the scene of their first meeting, wanting to create a disco in the living room. Su Jing looked at Han Ran and said that if her other half treated her like that, it would be great, but Han Ran didn't understand her. Gu Rong deliberately teased Su Jing, telling her not to daydream. And Su Jing replied that he was just being mean, as she had someone she liked, while he didn't even have a crush. Su Jing and her senior brother went to buy groceries. Gu Rong was worried that Su Jing wanted to confess to Han Ran. However, he stayed behind to decorate, as there was really no reason to follow them. His ankle hadn't completely healed yet, but he kept thinking about Su Jing and wondered if she would confess. He didn't understand why he was like this. While decorating, he kept thinking about things related to Su Jing and Han Ran. He wasn't very happy and started imagining Su Jing confessing, so he decided to find her. Gu Rong went to the market alone, which was very crowded. As he was following their every move, a woman bumped into him. He fainted because of his fear of physical contact. Su Jing and Han Ran saw him and rushed over to wake him up. Han Ran wondered if Gu Rong liked Su Jing, but Su Jing didn't think so. She felt that it was impossible, as they were from two different worlds. Gu Rong called Siete to bring flowers, but director he found out and brought people to chase after him. Siete, holding the flowers, avoided the chase and ran to AI Mi's toy store. AI Mi thought he wanted to confess and even hugged him. Director he thought he was mistaken and left. Siete was confused and ended up with AI Mi. When Su Jing's mother returned home, she was surprised to see the beautifully decorated house. They danced together, and Su Jing's father confessed his feelings in front of everyone. Su Jing's mother was moved to tears, and the three people acting as extras were also very moved. Gu Rong sat down to talk to Su Jing's parents. He said that he had been having heart pains lately when he saw a female friend with another man. Her parents immediately understood and joked that it wasn't a heart problem, but love was coming, and it was clear that Gu Rong was in love with someone. Gu Rong asked what being in love with someone meant. Su Jing returned just then, and he couldn't take his eyes off her. He felt a rush of excitement, but as soon as she entered the house, she said she wanted to go upstairs and help Han Ran organize his files. Gu Rong was unhappy. Su Jing's parents told her to help clean up the living room a little, but she said she had something important to do and went upstairs first. Su Jing's mother noticed that she was particularly happy as soon as she came back. Then she comforted Gu Rong, saying that unrequited love was also a kind of love, a beautiful one, and told him not to rush, to wait for the right moment. Su Jing's father also advised him that when love came, he should act quickly. It would naturally work out. He used his own relationship with Su Jing's mother as an example. Su Jing's mother blushed and said that young people were definitely smarter and knew more than people in the past. Su Jing helped Han Ran organize his files. As she reminisced about her conversation with Han Ran, he received a call while they were walking. It was an invitation to a party, and he had to bring his girlfriend. Su Jing took the initiative to say she could go with him, and Han Ran agreed to bring her. Gu Rong stood outside Su Jing's door, considering whether to ask her if her confession had been successful. He put on a show, thinking to himself that he was her boss and that he just wanted to understand the situation between her and Han Ran. As he knocked on the door and entered, he told Su Jing to help him buy coffee. Su Jing advised him not to tease her just because he saw her happy. Gu Rong asked why she was happy and wouldn't tell him. She advised him to go back to his room and rest if he didn't want to have trouble sleeping that night, and she still had to organize files for her senior brother. Gu Rong seized the opportunity to ask her if her confession had been successful. Seeing that Su Jing was disappointed and said no, he felt happy inside and told Su Jing that Han Ran couldn't possibly like her. He claimed that he was being objectively truthful. Su Jing didn't understand. If Han Ran didn't like her, why did he ask her to be his date at the party? Gu Rong immediately disagreed when he heard that Su Jing wanted to be Han Ran's date. After all, she was just his employee. Su Jing had to explain labor law to him, saying that there were many reasons and everything was meaningless in the face of love. Ai Mi and Siete were having dinner together. Ai Mi raised her glass to toast him on his successful confession. Siete seemed to have something to say, but Ai Mi cut him off, saying she wanted to introduce her best friend to him. He took a sip of wine to gather his courage and told her that the incident earlier that day was a misunderstanding. The roses were ordered by his boss. He had been followed and ran to her store. Ai Mi didn't care about the causes and consequences, just wanted to know if he liked her. Siete said shyly that he did, and not just a little. Ai Mi was happy and said that if confessions were always decided this way, then Siete felt that this confession wasn't very official and wanted to prepare properly. Ai Mi didn't think it mattered. As long as they liked each other, it was fine. They toasted again to love. Ai Mi closed her eyes, and Siete went to kiss her, but Gu Rong called and told him to come to the coffee shop near the Su family's martial arts gym. It turned out that Gu Rong wanted to ask Siete if he had ever been in love and wanted to share some experience with him on how to win someone's heart. Siete figured out that his boss had a crush on Su Jing and knew that the person she liked was Han Ran. After analyzing the situation for Gu Rong, he speculated that Su Jing might just not understand him well enough. If he lived with Su Jing, he would definitely be able to catch her eye. That night, Gu Rong wanted to invite Su Jing to an art exhibition. Of course, she refused, as she was scared after having to pay 300,000 yuan for the broken artifact. The next day, he took her to the boxing gym. Things didn't go well, and Gu Rong got beaten up. He angrily punished Siete for being a bad advisor. Gu Rong had to ask Su Jing himself what she wanted to do lately. Everything she wanted to do was related to Han Ran. Later, he heard that she wanted to see the meteor shower, so he secretly went to make arrangements. However, Gu Rong told Siete to prepare a restaurant, gifts, and fresh flowers. Siete had to postpone his date with Ai Mi. Ai Mi had to wait for Siete with Su Jing. Later, it rained and Su Jing stayed with her best friend and didn't go to see the meteor shower. Gu Rong got angry at Su Jing. After learning where she was, he rushed over and confronted her, asking why she hadn't gone to the park, causing him to wait for her for 2 hours. After taking care of his boss, Siete arrived at his date with his girlfriend. It was then that Ai Mi found out that Gu Rong was Siete's boss. Ai Mi suggested they all go together. Although Gu Rong was very angry, he still went along. Everything Gu Rong had prepared was misunderstood as Siete's arrangements. Even the necklace that Gu Rong later gave Su Jing was mistaken as Siete's gift for Ai Mi. After returning, Su Jing noticed a large telescope in her house. Her mother told her that Gu Rong had asked someone to bring it back from the park. Su Jing thought back to when she had said that she wanted to watch the meteor shower with her senior brother. It would definitely be romantic to watch the meteor shower from the bench, and it would be even better with a telescope. They would definitely be able to see it more clearly. After returning, Su Jing felt that she should thank Gu Rong no matter what, but Gu Rong deliberately said it was just because he changed his plans and wanted to go see the meteor shower and had nothing to do with her. Su Jing didn't know when this man had become so strange. It was obvious that he wanted to go see the meteor shower with her, but he wouldn't admit it out loud. She didn't understand what was happening to her either. Why was she paying attention to this annoying guy? That night, Gu Rong woke up and found a glass of prepared cold medicine on his bedside table. He smiled happily, got out of bed, and went to find Su Jing to thank her. Seeing her applying a face mask, he heard that she wanted to look beautiful to attend the gratitude party with her senior brother. He started teasing her again. Su Jing told herself not to get angry and not let someone like him ruin her mood. After returning, Gu Rong called Siete to telling him that he had to get an invitation to Han Ran's publishing company's gratitude party no matter what. Siete advised him that the company might find out, but Gu Rong was determined to go. That night, Han Ran took Su Jing to the gratitude party. Then Gu Rong arrived, unexpectedly, and Ro was also there. She went in with him and brought him travel information about Iceland. But his eyes were only on Su Jing. He kept staring at her and Han Ran without blinking, looking uneasy, and he had no intention of going to Iceland. Other people mistook Su Jing for Han Ran's girlfriend. Su Jing was actually very happy, but then she heard Han Ran explain that she wasn't his girlfriend, just a senior sister who had grown up with him and was just like family. Su Jing felt very disappointed. Gu Rong came out from behind, publicly admitting that he was pursuing Su Jing. This moment was even caught on camera. After speaking, Gu Rong invited Su Jing to dance with him, saying he was only immune to her and could only dance with her. Then Ro invited Han Ran to dance as well. After leaving the hall, Gu Rong wanted to take Su Jing to dinner. He noticed that she hadn't eaten anything since morning. She said that she didn't want to eat as an excuse. Su Jing also thanked him for helping her out that day, but she still wanted to walk around by herself. So Gu Rong put his jacket on her. Han Ran took Ro home. On the way, Ro told him that Gu Rong's grandfather actually had standards and had chosen a granddaughter-in-law. Han Ran realized that she was talking about her, but he didn't need to worry about Su Jing, as Gu Rong was pursuing her and it had nothing to do with her. Then Ro angrily added Han Ran's WeChat and scanned the code to pay for him. Han Ran noticed that the profile picture and name were the same as the account he had seen on Weibo that shared his opinion that seeing the Aurora Borealis wasn't necessarily the best thing, but the process of waiting for it was the most wonderful. Gu Rong was worried about Su Jing, so he went for a walk with her. He noticed someone following him, but he didn't care much and took Su Jing to eat barbecue. Su Jing was venting her emotions by drinking. Han Ran texted Su Jing to apologize, but she didn't pay attention to him. Later, Su Jing got drunk and Gu Rong directly took off her shoes, picked her up, and carried her home. Along the way, she was drunk and shouting, making the people nearby curious about what was going on. It was difficult to get home, and he handed Su Jing over to her mother to take care of her. Gu Rong stayed outside, worried. After a while, he went inside and saw her crying. He comforted her. The next morning, Su Jing woke up and found herself in a closet with a splitting headache. She didn't remember anything from the night before. When she went downstairs, she heard her mother talking to Gu Rong and saw a familiar shade of lipstick on his shirt. Su Jing was scolded by her mother for drinking so much. Her mother said that she knew her capacity for alcohol and shouldn't have drank so much. The world was a complex place. People were not as simple as they used to be, and it was lucky that Gu Rong was there. Then she specifically thanked Gu Rong, sensing something was wrong. He changed the subject and took the clothes away. Her mother specifically told Su Jing that this was the first time and also the last time she was allowed to drink so much outside. It was a matter of principle. This time, Su Jing remembered. After going upstairs, Su Jing went into Gu Rong's room. He asked her if she remembered anything from the night before. But Su Jing really didn't remember anything from the party. She did remember that he helped her out, but she wanted to pretend that his words never happened. Gu Rong looked confused and didn't want her to say that. He had made his intentions clear and expressed his feelings clearly. Su Jing was still bewildered and didn't know what his intentions were. Then Gu Rong asked how she knew about the lipstick on his shirt. Although Su Jing didn't remember, she seemed to have a rough idea, as the color really looked like her lipstick. Gu Rong told Su Jing that she had kissed him the night before. He wanted to help her remember a little bit, but Su Jing blushed and ran away. After going outside, her neighbors all knew that she had gotten drunk the night before. They all told her not to drink so much in the future. Su Jing then received a phone call from AI Me, who delivered a mysterious box to her. It turned out that Gu Rong had done this because Su Jing had said while drunk that she really liked the feeling of opening mystery boxes. So he had invested in AI Me's store so that she could provide mystery boxes for Su Jing. Then the rest would be distributed. But Su Jing didn't know where to put so many mystery boxes. AI Me came up with the idea of putting them in a vending machine. When all the boxes in the machine were gone, she would replenish them. That way, everyone wins. Su Jing realized that her feelings for Han Ran, which she had had since she was a child, might not be true love. She wanted to find an opportunity to make it clear. AI Me knew that she wasn't feeling well, so she specifically asked her boyfriend to buy beer and snail noodles for a Forget Your Sorrows feast. Seeing the beer, Su Jing remembered drinking the day before and told AI Me that she kissed Gu Rong and he confessed to her. Siete then explained Gu Rong's pursuit of her. AI Me found out that the necklace was actually Gu Rong's gift for Su Jing and got angry, but Su Jing still felt that Gu Rong was definitely not serious. Su Jing heard that Gu Rong was coming and wanted to avoid him, but as soon as she stepped out the door, she ran into him. They walked down the road, and everyone praised them for being a good match. Gu Rong told Su Jing that Han Ran called and asked her to go to his office to deliver some documents and also asked him to go along. Su Jing really couldn't help but tell him that whenever Gu Rong met her senior brother, he would dress very formally while she was wearing simple clothes. As they waited for the elevator outside the office, they ran into Gu Rong's grandfather. Although he was disguised, he was still recognized. Taking this opportunity to deliver the documents, Su Jing also made it clear to her senior brother that she might not actually like him, then frankly said that the documents were all written by Gu Rong. Han Ran had already realized this. From the first batch of documents he saw, he had realized that it couldn't have been written by Su Jing. There were many new points, and besides Gu Rong, no one could have helped her cheat. Gu Rong stayed behind and tried to eavesdrop, but couldn't hear anything, so he pretended to go in for coffee. Han Ran wanted to learn more about Gu Rong's views, but he explained that he just casually read those things on the industry portal. Han Ran wanted him to say more and give him some inspiration, and at this time, Su Jing felt the difference between the two of them. As Gu Rong walked out of the door, he saw director He and pulled Su Jing towards the stairs. As they were about to go down, he didn't forget to ask Su Jing what she had been talking about with Han Ran. When they were hiding from director He in a small, cramped space, the atmosphere suddenly changed. Su Jing felt a little embarrassed. Gu Rong and Su Jing came up with a way to escape, disguising themselves as a wedding photo shoot. After they went outside, Su Jing didn't want to shoot anymore, but the photographer insisted. As they had already paid, they couldn't just leave without taking a photo. Although Su Jing didn't want to take the photo, Gu Rong did. He used the excuse that they had helped with such a big thing. How could they make things difficult for the company? Su Jing had to agree. Then, a wedding photo was taken on the spot. Han Ran was still paying attention to Enro's Weibo. When the elevator door opened, Enro was inside. She was there for a meeting. They walked together for a while, and Han Ran didn't forget to express his concern that she was so late for the meeting alone. But this time, Han Ran couldn't find his keys, and Enro took the initiative to offer help and take him home. On the way, Han Ran noticed a plan to acquire the Gu Group in her car. But this time, he also asked to borrow her phone to transfer money for the ride. Enro chuckled, realizing that her way of doing things last time might have offended him. But Han Ran naturally didn't feel that way, saying it was tit for tat, and next time he wanted to invite her to dinner as compensation for the ride. The atmosphere in the car was much more pleasant. Su Jing and Gu Rong walked along the road. She complained as they walked. It was her first time wearing a wedding dress, and it was so casual and perfunctory. Gu Rong smiled and apologized, saying it was all his fault. Su Jing blamed him for coming up with a bad idea. Then, as they walked over the bridge, director He arrived with some people. Su Jing directly demonstrated her martial arts skills, using a set of boxing techniques to prevent the people from getting to Gu Rong. But this time it was different from before. Gu Rong's grandfather had also arrived. However, his grandfather spoke rudely to Su Jing. Gu Rong thought that his grandfather shouldn't talk to Su Jing that way. His grandfather thought that he had left home because he had great ideals, but his actions were unconvincing. Gu Rong insisted on not going back. Su Jing spoke up for him. After all, he was an adult. No one had the right to interfere with someone else's personal freedom, and she was his bodyguard. So she had to protect him no matter what. Gu Rong made it clear that he would not go back until his grandfather really understood him. His grandfather knew that he couldn't force Gu Rong, so he left. Gu Rong felt that Su Jing speaking up for him just now made her seem like a hero. That night, Gu Rong asked her to choose the photo. Su Jing found it confusing. She thought it was better not to leave any evidence, but Gu Rong liked it very much. Then he took the opportunity to kiss her, but just then, Su Jing's mother saw them and quickly broke up the moment. Su Jing blushed and ran away. Gu Rong returned to his room, looked at their wedding photo, and unconsciously smiled. Even his stock prices rose. Gu Rong couldn't help but praise what a good day it was. Su Jing was angry at herself for being kissed and not resisting. If it had been before, she would have punched him in the face and knocked his teeth out. The next morning, Gu Rong went to the alley with Su Jing's father to buy steam buns. Her mother took the opportunity to ask about Su Jing and Gu Rong. She didn't know what Gu Rong thought, so she changed the subject. Her mother really liked him, but Su Jing didn't agree. Gu Rong told Enro that he planned to stay at the Su family's house long term. Although she didn't want that in her heart, she said she would help him. She watched the situation with his grandfather and reported back to him. Su Jing's father also gave Gu Rong some advice, telling him to be brave and pursue Su Jing. His grandfather had discovered that Su Jing's relationship with Gu Rong wasn't simple. He then asked Enro to figure out a way to persuade Gu Rong to go back. Gu Rong had never been in love before and went to ask Siete for advice on love. After a long discussion, he decided to create a situation to make Su Jing jealous and stimulate her a little. He specifically called Qin Xiao to carry out this plan. He and Su Jing went to the creative park to meet Qin Xiao. Occasionally, he wanted to pretend to be close to her to provoke Su Jing a little bit. Gu Rong specifically asked Su Jing to share his meal with him. She tasted a bite and found it delicious, so she asked Qin Xiao what the recipe was. However, she wasn't making it for Gu Rong, but for her father to learn so that he could cook it for her. The two of them laughed awkwardly. Gu Rong didn't want to eat either. Seeing that he didn't want to waste it, Su Jing didn't care and finished both of their meals. She even wanted to eat something sweet afterward. On the way back, Su Jing looked at the seafood fried rice recipe and happily told Siete that once she learned how to make it, she would invite him and AI me to eat it. Siete sensed something was wrong and intentionally asked Gu Rong if he was having a good time chatting with Qin Xiao. It seemed that Su Jing wasn't jealous at all. She objectively analyzed that Qin Xiao wasn't suitable for him. But Gu Rong praised Qin Xiao, saying that she had a beautiful figure, a good personality, and wasn't bad at work. Su Jing had rejected him, but other people weren't the same, so he had to seize the opportunity and develop his relationship with Qin Xiao. Su Jing laughed mockingly and said that as long as his fear of physical contact wasn't resolved, he wouldn't be able to develop a relationship with anyone. This time, Gu Rong had nothing to say. After the car arrived, Su Jing immediately got out. Gu Rong was angry when he saw her get out. His illness was only immune to her. He wanted to develop a relationship with her. She had to agree. Gu Rong's assistant felt that this trick was not good. Gu Rong asked him what he should do next, but he was out of ideas. He had already tried every method he could think of. Gu Rong couldn't figure out, so he told Siete to work overtime and think about it. If he didn't figure out, he and AI me wouldn't be allowed to date either. Siete was really dissatisfied. He told him to go find Su Jing to solve his problem with her. Why was he separating him and AI me? But Gu Rong was determined that it had to be Su Jing. No one else would do. Siete suggested he be cruel to himself. If that didn't work, then he should try self-mortification. That night, as Gu Rong was cutting melon, he thought about what Siete had said, but still didn't have the courage to act. He decided to try another method to make himself look sick without any visible injuries, which was to pretend to be sick. Then he picked up his phone to check the weather. It seemed that there would be no rain for a month. He thought about creating artificial rain, but it seemed a little too dramatic, so he gave up the idea. He deliberately took a cold shower. As soon as he finished showering, Su Jing rushed in. She quickly realized that the room wasn't warm at all and understood that he was taking a cold shower. They argued back and forth. Su Jing attacked him, saying that he didn't have any abs, yet laughed at her body. She said it was impossible for her to like him. Gu Rong was motivated by her attack and wanted to start training to get abs. But he didn't forget his mission. To make his plan succeed, he even slept without a blanket. When Siete went to find Gu Rong the next morning, as soon as he entered the room, it was so cold, it felt like a morgue. He quickly ran to cover him with a blanket. But after being exposed to the cold for so long, his temperature was still normal when it was measured. Siete started thinking of another idea. As long as Su Jing believed that he was sick, he would be fine. Then he bought a lot of props to create the scene of Gu Rong's illness. He even put a heat patch on his forehead to raise his temperature. Su Jing saw his weak appearance and was genuinely worried. She even went out to buy him medicine. Gu Rong begged her to make seafood fried rice for him. But later, Gu Rong regretted it when he took a bite and almost vomited because it was really bad. He comforted her by saying that her heart was more important than anything else. He still tried to finish the meal. In Siete's car, Su Jing accidentally discovered a receipt for buying heat patches. She realized that Gu Rong was just putting a heat patch on his forehead to pretend to be sick. But this time, Gu Rong seemed to be genuinely sick. Su Jing went back and thought he was just pretending. When she saw him taking medicine, both Su Jing and Siete were very surprised. While trying to stop Gu Rong from taking medicine, they bumped into each other. Gu Rong accidentally sent the video he recorded earlier to Su Jing's mother. He had no choice but to tell Su Jing that the sculpture was actually made by Gu Rong. Although Su Jing was very angry, she was still scolded by her mother. That night, Siete and AI me picked Gu Rong up to go to the hospital. Su Jing didn't quite believe it, but she was still very worried about Gu Rong. She was brainwashed and forgave him for deceiving her. Su Jing stayed at the hospital that night with Gu Rong. She was so tired that she fell asleep, lying on her stomach next to his bed. Gu Rong gently covered her with a blanket and stroked her hair, smiling happily. Su Jing's father was picking vegetables and watching TV. Su Jing's mother was agitated and wanted to talk to him. When she was on her way to work, Su Jing's mother met Uncle Lee, who had seen Su Jing fight a group of people in suits and leather shoes. It seemed like they were trying to catch Gu Rong. Moreover, the other party seemed to be Gu Rong's grandfather. So Su Jing's mother was a little worried. They couldn't ignore the couple's affairs. Su Jing's father agreed, saying they shouldn't. He was just an ordinary landlord, but now Gu Rong was pursuing Su Jing. It was unusual. The two of them became more and more anxious. Just then, Enro knocked on the door and entered the house to find Gu Rong. Su Jing took her to the room to see Gu Rong, but he was asleep, so Enro found Su Jing to talk in private. and Ro introduced various beauty and healthcare products to Su Jing, asking her to help Gu Rong. Although Su Jing was very uncomfortable, she didn't say it directly, and Ro deliberately made clear the relationship between Su Jing and Gu Rong, making Su Jing think that Gu Rong was pursuing her because of the novelty and just wanted to escape from his grandfather's control. Her parents also felt that she and Gu Rong were not a good match and were a little worried. Su Jing also felt that she and Gu Rong wouldn't be able to fall in love. Su Jing was honest with Rong Yin, telling him they were not a good fit. It would be fine to maintain their working relationship, but forgiving him didn't mean she accepted him. They were from different worlds and couldn't force it. That night, the rain was falling softly. Su Jing walked alone, thinking about her first meeting with Rong Yin, how they got to know each other better, and how it all unfolded. Tears welled up in her eyes. Everyone else disagreed with her being with him, and Su Jing was really frustrated. She had to deal with her feelings alone. Early in the morning, Su Jing went to Rong Yan's office and confronted him. He gave her all of his bank accounts and passwords, thinking it would prove they weren't from different worlds anymore. But Su Jing said that wasn't what she meant yesterday. It wasn't just about money. She couldn't handle him and couldn't accept his point of view. Rong Yin went to AI Me for advice. Hearing her perspective, he finally understood what Su Jing meant. He decided to learn about her real life and try to enter her world. Rong Yin used his knowledge to help his neighbors come up with new business ideas, helping them adapt to the modern world. He even asked Siete to improve employee benefits at the company. He also bought 50 gift cards from Su Jing's mother's beauty salon in her mom's name, making her very happy. When Su Jing and her dad went home, they saw that all the rich ladies in the square were dancing with headphones on. It turned out that Rong Yin was the one behind it. Su Jing was a little surprised. This didn't seem like something he would do. After going home, Rong Yin also promoted the martial arts gym owned by Su Jing's family. He even decided to learn martial arts. He wanted to change his previous spoiled and delicate image, so he could withstand hardship and make everyone feel at ease. At first, he found it hard to adapt, but he caught on quickly. He started exercising every morning, helping with chores like cleaning, washing dishes, watering plants, doing laundry, and even making tea for himself. He also learned how to make soup with Su Jing's mother and volunteered to walk Mr. Li's dog. Su Jing's mother felt like she had gained another son. Su Jing brought some fruit for Rong Yin. She found him sleeping on the couch, so she tucked a blanket over him. But Rong Yin woke up at that moment, jokingly saying his insomnia had been cured and he fell asleep. He loved his current life. He felt very happy and had a sense of security he had never had before. He grabbed Su Jing's hand and asked her how she felt about it. Su Jing said she hadn't thought about it yet and avoided him. In reality, she was very hesitant. Director, he brought Su Jing in front of Rong Yan's grandfather, so she could set the conditions for Rong Yin to return home. His grandfather told Director he to fulfill any of Su Jing's demands. He thought this was the only way to get Rong Yin back home quickly. Although everyone could see that his grandfather cared about him, Rong Yin still chose to stay away. Su Jing's mother and Rong Yin were returning home from grocery shopping. They were greeted enthusiastically by their neighbors. As they arrived, Su Jing's father rushed out, panicked. He said Su Jing was missing. He called her, but her phone was off. This was unusual. Even when he called AI Me, she had no idea where Su Jing was. The lady who ran the nearby tea stall said she saw Su Jing being taken away by a group of men in suits. Rong Yin seemed to know where Su Jing was and assured her parents that she would be fine. He said he would bring her back safe and sound. Rong Yin called Siete and asked if his grandfather was at the company. He wasn't. Rong Yin guessed where Su Jing was. Su Jing saw the check on the table and smiled, feeling it was very much in line with the Gu family's way of doing things. When Rong Yin first came to her house, he did the same. But Su Jing's only request was that they shouldn't bother her anymore. She was about to get up, but they stopped her. They wanted to force her, but she couldn't stand that kind of pressure. She took them down, and they all collapsed on the ground. As she reached the door, she was chased by a group of men in suits. Rong Yin found her and ran over to protect her. Seeing his grandfather, he berated him for bringing Su Jing there. He said if Su Jing was hurt, he wouldn't sit idly by. But his grandfather thought Rong Yin didn't really like her. He thought it was just a novelty because he was surrounded by talented women and he was just infatuated with Su Jing. These words were overheard by Su Jing. Rong Yin directly pulled Su Jing's hand and clearly expressed his feelings for her. He said she might seem ordinary, but she was kind and simple, and she never forced him to do anything. He'd had a phobia of intimacy since he was a child, but Su Jing was an exception. He felt safe with her. He didn't need to pretend to be Zhan Hua's grandson or the sole heir of the Gu group. He could just be himself, just be Rong Yin. Su Jing realized that Rong Yin was different than he was before. He wasn't that pampered son anymore. He was trying to become a completely different person for everyone to see. He went jogging with her dad in the morning, learned martial arts, and even ate street food. He was recruiting members for her mother's business and even walked Mr. Lee's dog in his spare time. He no longer showed off his money or acted arrogant. He even learned to care about other people's feelings and how to show love to those around him. How could she not want to be with him? Hearing this, his grandfather was a little taken aback. He didn't expect Rong Yin to do all those things. Rong Yin also learned that Su Jing had accepted him. In front of everyone, they kissed. That night, they strolled hand in hand through the streets, buying matching couples' outfits. And Ro went out to drown her sorrows and got harassed by a drunk man. Luckily, Han Ran appeared in time to save her. He noticed she was upset, and they drank together. Rong Yin and Su Jing went to the most popular blind box store to spend money. Su Jing was so happy. In the evening, Han Ran drove and Ro home. While she was drunk, she kissed him. That night, Su Jing's parents were applying face masks at home. When Su Jing and Rong Yin returned, they announced they were now together. Su Jing's parents were very happy for them. That night, they were both very excited and couldn't sleep. They couldn't help but go out to find each other. Han Ran bought breakfast for Ro that morning. He saw she wasn't leaving yet. He naturally handed her honey water and a peanut butter sandwich. But Ro coldly looked at the breakfast and said she was allergic to peanuts. She told him to eat it himself, and after he finished, to shut the door as she had to leave. Seeing her like that, Han Ran couldn't help but tell her she looked cuter when she was drunk last night than she did now. But Ro wanted him to forget about last night, pretending nothing happened. She also told him there was a saying that was wrong. If the outcome wasn't what you wanted, even if the process was beautiful, it was still a regret. Therefore, she wouldn't let herself regret anything. Su Jing's mother was cooking. Su Jing asked Rong Yin where he was going. It turned out he was asking what snail noodle soup was. Her mother told him that was her favorite food and then quickly went out to buy some. Su Jing guessed he was going to the store on the corner and went looking for him. When she arrived at the store, he wasn't there, but she still ordered 2 bowls and waited for him. The store owner opened the store early because an old friend who knew he had opened a store there wanted to eat there. Su Jing was impressed that they had the same taste, but she didn't realize that her friend was actually Rong Yan's grandfather. She was shocked that a billionaire would like snail noodle soup. That was so common. Just as Su Jing wanted to say hello, she suddenly realized they had both ordered the same thing. They both liked snails, but there was only one portion for her. Seeing that he was Rong Yan's grandfather, she shared half with him. They chatted. Su Jing wondered why Rong Yan didn't even know what snail noodle soup was if his grandfather liked it so much. Su Jing advised his grandfather that even though he cared about Rong Yan, he couldn't force him. Besides, Rong Yan never said he didn't want to inherit the company. Then she received a text from Rong Yan saying he was back at the martial arts gym. She thought he and his grandfather shouldn't see each other to avoid arguing. Su Jing felt that the biggest problem between the two of them was a lack of communication. She believed that if they sat down and talked, Rong Yan wouldn't be stubborn. After talking with Su Jing, his grandfather thought she was a very interesting girl. No wonder Rong Yan liked her so much. It turned out that Rong Yan went to the supermarket to buy snail noodle soup. Meanwhile, Su Jing's father received a call from the landlord. The martial arts gym was being sold, and they needed to move out in 3 days. It turned out that Ro had bought the house and said it was his grandfather's idea. Rong Yan suggested buying the house. He said he would cover whatever they were short. But Su Jing's parents didn't want to take his money. Her father said that the house was old and had problems. He thought that if they told the buyer about these problems, she wouldn't buy it. Su Jing went directly to ask her grandfather if he had asked Ro to buy the house. He just found out about it and immediately called his subordinate to stop all the projects that Ro was involved in as punishment for her unauthorized action. His grandfather actually understood Rong Yan's heart and absolutely believed in his ability to manage the company. So he wanted Su Jing to help him. Mr. and Mrs. Su started to tidy up the house. They found some rings and old photo albums. They discovered that her father had hidden some money, so her mother confiscated it from him. She advised Rong Yan that every family was the same. It was certainly not easy for his grandfather to raise him. Rong Yan recalled the warm memories of his childhood spent with his grandfather. Su Jing asked Rong Yan to tell her about his struggles to fight for his place in the Gu Group. He told her about all the positions he had held in a year. He thought the company's overall direction was a little outdated. If it didn't change, it wouldn't keep up with the market. Su Jing comforted him, saying that his relationship with his grandfather would improve one day. They embraced on the sofa, and Rong Yan secretly put his parents' wedding ring on her finger. That night, Su Jing texted her grandfather, setting up a meeting at the snail noodle shop the next day. She told her grandfather what Rong Yan had said. It was clear that this was a communication problem between them, but her grandfather still wanted her to help him. He tried to play the poor me card, and Su Jing felt a little sympathetic. She decided to go along with his plan. AI Me and Siate were talking on the phone. Since Su Jing was moving because of Rong Yan, giving her the house was the right thing to do. Of course, she didn't tell Su Jing. When Su Jing came looking for AI Me, she hung up the phone. Su Jing wanted to open some blind boxes with cash, but none of them were the special edition. AI Me asked Su Jing if she was cooperating with Rong Yan's grandfather. She was impressed with this sudden change in direction. It had been a typical old-fashioned romance story before, with money being used to buy love. Now it's like a spy thriller. Su Jing thought that every rich kid had some family drama going on. They always go hand in hand. She told AI Me not to tell Siete, but she didn't know how to tell Rong Yan and just went with the flow. Su Jing and Rong Yan were looking at a house. Su Jing felt the area was very expensive and wanted to leave. But the realtor told her the house was a steal. The landlord was desperate to rent it out at a low price. The house was in good condition, so it was definitely a good deal. Rong Yan also chimed in, saying it didn't hurt to take a look. After looking at the house, Su Jing did think it was good. But a house this nice was the same price as her house back in the countryside. She thought the landlord might be crazy. The realtor said that rich people didn't really care about rent prices. They just wanted to make sure the house was well maintained. He also said that if they signed the lease today, he would give them a discount on the broker's fee. Su Jing felt like something was fishy. Su Jing suddenly borrowed Rong Yan's phone to call her parents. She noticed his phone was automatically connected to the Wi-Fi there. She guessed it was his house. This time, Rong Yan had no excuse, he had to admit it. He then followed her and apologized. He knew that if he had told her it was his house, she wouldn't have agreed to look at it. He also felt guilty about involving her family in this mess, so he had to do something to help her. Seeing him, Su Jing recalled what her grandfather had said earlier. Rong Yan would definitely feel guilty about their moving, so she should use this to persuade him to go back home. Su Jing took the opportunity to tell Rong Yan that his grandfather wasn't stubborn and that they should sit down and have a proper conversation. After all, they were family and their relationship couldn't stay so bad forever. Rong Yan listened to her advice and hugged her tightly. He hoped that no matter where he was, Su Jing would be by his side. That night, Mr. Su and Rong Yan talked happily. Mr. Su unconsciously placed his hand on Rong Yan's shoulder and Mrs. Su noticed. Rong Yan also realized that he no longer reacted to being touched. It seemed like his phobia of physical contact was completely gone. He could now hug people without passing out. In the morning, Su Jing woke up and found that Rong Yan wasn't in the room. It turned out he had gone to the snail noodle shop on the corner to ask the owner if Su Jing often went there. The owner told him that she often came with Chairman Gu. Knowing this, Rong Yan went to the company to find his grandfather. He was seen by Ro, who told him not to act rashly. Rong Yan said he just needed to take care of some things. Rong Yan had conditions for returning to the company. The company had to be restructured and given to him. He would make the Gu group better and better. His grandfather wouldn't interfere in his work anymore. Rong Yan also demanded no interference in his private life, especially concerning the Su family. His grandfather agreed and praised Su Jing, saying she was a good girl. He told Rong Yan to cherish her. Su Jing's mother found out that she was collaborating with her grandfather to trick Rong Yan and was furious. Rong Yan told the Su family that the martial arts gym wouldn't be sold. They could stay there as long as they wanted. He also realized that returning to the company was something he had to do and he wouldn't move out. But Su Jing had to be his bodyguard and go to work with him. Su Jing was very happy and hugged Rong Yan. In the morning, Rong Yan woke up and couldn't find Su Jing. She had taken AI Me to go karting. She drove like a tiger, successfully spinning 10 laps, making AI Me get out of the car to throw up. Su Jing did this because she was practicing all sorts of skills and getting equipped to go back to work with Rong Yan. When Chairman Gu returned, he was warmly welcomed. Su Jing was also introduced. She was very cool, but some female colleagues made things difficult for her, especially in Ro. She refused to give her errands and even forced her to carry a heavy plant pot outside. Su Jing was not easy to bully. Since the plant pot was blocking in Ro's view, she directly cut off some of the leaves so it wouldn't obstruct her vision anymore. She also reminded her that she was Rong Yan's bodyguard, only responsible for him, not for her office. Rong Yan walked over, took the scissors from her hand, and told her to be careful not to get hurt. Siete was looking for her. He then pulled her away, which made Ro very angry. Rong Yan took Su Jing to the tea room and asked her if Ro was making things difficult for her. Su Jing didn't care about those small things, but Rong Yan suggested going public with their relationship. Su Jing disagreed. She thought going public would affect her work, though Rong Yan didn't care. If their relationship was public, people would definitely be scrutinizing them, and it would inevitably affect his work. Rong Yan hugged Su Jing. He just wanted to tell everyone that Su Jing was his girlfriend, so no one would dare to bully her. Su Jing laughed and said, "Who would dare bully her?" She told him not to worry about it. They kissed in the tea room and were seen by their colleagues. AI Me texted Su Jing, asking her how her first day at work was. Su Jing felt really bored. AI Me suggested that she use their afternoon tea time to get to know people. Su Jing followed her suggestion and bought coffee and cake for everyone. She purposely bought a special one for Rong Yan. While Su Jing was in the bathroom, she overheard some people talking about her. But these colleagues were speculating that Su Jing's boyfriend was Siete. Su Jing found it hilarious, but she didn't explain. Then, she told Siete. He was very surprised, worried that Rongyin would find out. But Su Jing felt it was nothing. Later, when she told Rongyin, he was also resolutely against it. To put an end to the rumors about Su Jing and Siete, Chairman Gu wanted to create new gossip. He occasionally went to chat with Su Jing, but everyone thought she was just having a friendly chat with him. Su Jing started to get angry with Rongyin and refused to answer his calls. He called her in to apologize. He said he would listen to her from now on, but she still didn't want to pay attention to him. At the end of the day, he suggested going out for dinner. Su Jing didn't want to go, but she overheard him inviting Rongyin, and he said he would go too. But Su Jing didn't want Rongyin to go, so she declined on his behalf. She had also wanted to clear up the situation between her and Siete. Rongyin secretly went to see Su Jing, saying he wanted to see her. He was trying to follow her suggestion and not make their relationship public, but they ended up kissing and were seen by their colleagues. Rongyin just went with the flow and publicly declared their relationship. Su Jing couldn't argue anymore. That night, Siete went home to take care of Amy. They sat on the sofa, taking care of each other, very sweet. After Su Jing and Rongyin announced their relationship, everyone's eyes were different, except for Enro, who was still making things difficult for Su Jing. She advised Rongyin to be more moderate. As soon as he got to the company, Rongyin took Su Jing's hand, but she found an excuse to leave. At the company's regular meeting, Rongyin assured everyone that the Gu Group's performance under his leadership would increase to their satisfaction. He welcomed their supervision. After all, Rongyin's biggest talent was making money. Han ran into Enro, but when he greeted her, she ignored him. Enro went to see Chairman Gu and talked about recent company affairs. But Chairman Gu said he wouldn't interfere with Rongyin's decisions. He had the ability to determine the company's direction and advised Enro to be aware of her position and not overstep her bounds. Some things just couldn't be forced. After Enro left, his grandfather sent a message to Su Jing, saying he was looking forward to her performance. But lately, Su Jing had been quite idle at the company. She proactively asked for work, but no one dared to assign her any. She could only go to Director He and ask him to arrange for her to go to the design department to deliver documents. Su Jing went to the design department. As soon as she walked in, she noticed the contents of the notice board. After getting out of the car, Rongyin opened the car door for Su Jing and asked her to go for a walk nearby while he finished his work. He would let her know when he was done. Su Jing suggested going with him. Rongyin reminded her that it was boring there, but she insisted on going with him. When he went inside, he greeted CEO Zhao and was about to introduce Su Jing, but Enro interrupted him. At the party, Enro deliberately told CEO Zhao that Su Jing was Rongyin's trusted bodyguard. CEO Zhao joked with Rongyin that he had hired such a pretty girl as his bodyguard. He said he should get himself a beautiful bodyguard too, just for show. Later, he asked Su Jing to pour water. She didn't want to make the atmosphere tense, so she agreed, but Rongyin stopped her. CEO Zhao tried to make things difficult, saying Rongyin didn't need to be so petty. Rongyin told CEO Zhao that Su Jing was his girlfriend and it wouldn't be appropriate for her to pour water. CEO Zhao finally realized that she was Rongyin's girlfriend. Su Jing wanted to save face for her boyfriend, so she pretended to change the tea to go outside. While in the bathroom, Su Jing was trying to think of a way to tell Rongyin that she didn't want him to get into trouble because of her. She also didn't want to be at this party. And Ro came up to her and deliberately said that being with Rongyin would affect how people viewed him. She said it would influence his judgment. She deliberately asked Su Jing if this was how she loved him. Su Jing didn't say anything and left. At dinner, CEO Zhao was shamelessly giving Rongyin advice, emphasizing that men should have ambitions. He even gave him advice from the perspective of a senior, saying that men should bring along a woman or a right-hand man like him when they go out, or maybe a pretty lady. He also said that Chairman Gu shouldn't bother with a girl. Just replace it with a new one if you're not interested anymore. Rongyin couldn't stand him and directly got up and left. He went outside to tell Su Jing that the Gu Group and Wan Sheng had canceled their cooperation. He also told Enro to negotiate the termination of the contract. Su Jing was very worried that Rongyin's business would be affected by her, but he said it was fine not to cooperate with people like CEO Zhao. He also blamed himself for not protecting her well. They then hugged each other, trusting that they could achieve their goals. That night, his grandfather asked Rongyin about the termination of the cooperation with Wan Sheng. He was worried about the lack of capital, but Rongyin had considered it and assured him he would bring in a new partner to help the company in a week. That night, Su Jing asked about Enro, asking if she liked Rongyin. He went behind her and hugged her, explaining that they were just normal colleagues. Su Jing smiled. Rongyin was happy to see she was jealous. He told her to keep it up. He said she could doubt herself, but she couldn't doubt her boyfriend. The next day, Rongyin went on a business trip. When he checked in, Enro had already arrived and helped him check in. It turned out that she knew about the partner Rong Yin was trying to find. He reminded her that as long as she didn't interfere in his relationship, they could still be partners. But they waited a long time and William didn't show up. Before leaving for his business trip, Rong Yin told Siete to bring Su Jing some delicious food. Su Jing knew that Rong Yan's trip was to find a new partner, so she called her grandfather and asked him out for snail noodle soup. Su Jing went to her grandfather's place. Actually, her goal was to learn about the business of the Gu Group. Her grandfather taught her to play basketball, saying that some business deals could be made on the basketball court. Playing basketball was also part business. When they were chatting, her grandfather advised her not to force herself and to just be herself. She should show her talent in her favorite field. Life would be more meaningful that way. Su Jing thought he was right. The relationship between AI Me and Siete was progressing rapidly. After a little bit of coaxing, he stayed the night at her place. As for Rong Yin, he was busy working. No matter how quirky William was, he was eager to enter the Chinese market, which meant the Gu Group still had hope. That night, Su Jing waited for Rong Yin's message. He was busy and didn't remember to check his phone until later, so he used the excuse that it was late to tell Ro to go back to her room. Then he video called Su Jing. Su Jing used the exhibition ticket Rong Yin had given her to go to an exhibition. She saw a man doing something wrongful and intervened. She helped a foreigner named William. Coincidentally, he really liked Chinese martial arts. Su Jing introduced him to the Su family's martial arts gym. Then, Siete told Rong Yin, who was worried and rushed back. On the way back home, Su Jing was waiting for her when Rong Yin appeared, wanting to surprise her. As soon as she saw him, she ran to hug him. But Su Jing was still worried about Ro. She cautiously asked Rong Yin about Ro. Of course, Rong Yin told her everything that happened yesterday, but she was angry not because of Ro, but because they were together and should trust each other. She was upset that they didn't tell her. Rong Yin assured her that he would never hide anything from her again. In the morning, Su Jing saw Rong Yin off to work. William came to see her, wearing traditional Chinese clothes. After bragging about the martial arts gym from Su Jing's father's perspective, he was very impressed. Her father even taught him a few moves. When he saw that the simple moves didn't challenge William, her father showed off his secret technique, the continuous lightning strike palm. Su Jing was a little embarrassed seeing her dad like that. After Su Jing returned to the company, she found that her colleagues were surrounding Rong Yan's office. They were all worried about his current state, but Su Jing trusted him and knew he would be able to handle it. Siete heard the news. Showing the company had sent 4 people, including the CEO, the head of marketing, the design department, and marketing. Everyone in the company was ready. Su Jing helped her colleagues get printing samples from the design department. After seeing the CEO of the company, Siete realized that the person Su Jing had helped before was William. Su Jing took the printing samples into the meeting room. William was surprised to see her. It turned out she was working at the Gu Group. Su Jing explained that Rong Yin was her boss. Going back to the meeting, William felt that the Gu Group's plan this time was nothing new. He didn't see anything special about the Gu Group's shopping mall. He also asked about Su Jing's thoughts on the mall. Su Jing used the opportunity to promote the latest design theme for the Gu Group. She used graffiti style to combine the latest trends with the most popular items in the mall, creating a vibrant and youthful atmosphere for everyone. After hearing Su Jing's ideas, William was very impressed. He didn't expect her to know not only Chinese martial arts, but also design. Even though the cooperation with Shangda was successful, Rong Yin didn't forget to tell William that Su Jing was his girlfriend. Before leaving, William invited Su Jing to help him film a short film promoting Chinese martial arts. Su Jing happily agreed. William led his crew to the Su family's martial arts gym to film some scenes. Mr. Su and William got along very well. Soon, Ro also came by. Hanran was invited by Su Jing to watch the performance. They met and Ro was still cold to Hanran. Then, Ro remembered that Rong Yin had once said that Su Jing would faint at the sight of blood. She decided to do something with the prop Su Jing would be using. Su Jing finished her lines and had to start filming the martial arts scene. She had to hold a sword and perform some moves, but she didn't notice there was blood on the sword. Standing on a table, Su Jing was about to finish a final move when she saw the blood on the sword and fainted. Luckily, Rong Yin rushed over in time to catch her, but things fell from the table and hit Rong Yin. Su Jing took care of Rong Yin at the hospital. He learned to be more affectionate and insisted that Su Jing feed him. Han Ran came to visit Rong Yin and called him his brother-in-law. Rong Yin was very happy to hear that title and thought his senior brother was pretty good. Just after he finished a few bites, Ro came to visit him. Obviously, they both weren't very happy to see her. Su Jing didn't say anything, but this time Ro came to say goodbye. She said that she now understood everything and it was time for her to take a break. She decided to go to Iceland. Rong Yin approved of her decision. Of course, if she wanted to come back to the Gu Group, she was still welcome. William finished filming the promotional film and was about to leave. Before leaving, he said goodbye to Su Jing. They were about to hug, but Rong Yin stopped them. William could see that Rong Yin loved Su Jing very much, and she was great. He suggested that she add a little bit of anxiety to the relationship so that Rong Yin would love her even more. Han ran, and Enro bumped into each other again. But this time Enro invited him out for a late-night snack, which made Han Ran very happy. That night, Su Jing was sketching when she saw Rong Yin come in. She quickly folded her drawing, but he had already seen it and commented that she was a good artist. Su Jing actually wanted to apply to the design department of the company. Rong Yin wanted to talk to the design department for her, but Su Jing wanted to apply herself. Rong Yin supported her. He went back to visit his grandfather, and they had tea together. He told him that Su Jing wanted to join the design department. His grandfather also felt that Su Jing was a very talented girl and couldn't just stand by his side forever. She would eventually find her place. Rong Yin smiled, understanding what his grandfather meant. Su Jing was so focused on the design department exam that she didn't eat or sleep. She locked herself in her room to work on her design. Her parents called her repeatedly, but she didn't come out. It was Rong Yin who went into her room and pulled her out. This actually gave her some inspiration, and she quickly finished the exam. Su Jing's design was chosen for the first round of the design department selection. But the head of the design department heard that Su Jing was Rong Yan's girlfriend and wanted to reject her. He thought she was using her connections. Su Jing nervously opened the selection letter and even went to look at it with Rong Yan. Seeing the rejection, she was disappointed. But she pretended to be okay and explained that she was used to it. She had always been unlucky with lotteries, so she was just waiting for the next chance. She also wanted to test if Rong Yin could separate his personal feelings from work. Then, she said she was tired and wanted to go to sleep. She didn't want to open the door, even when someone knocked. She told Rong Yin to go. The person knocking was Siete and AI Mi, who had brought wine to celebrate. Rong Yin specifically asked AI Mi if Su Jing had never won anything in her life. It turned out she had never won anything. He told Siete to investigate why Su Jing didn't pass the first test. At noon, Su Jing was alone on the bed, feeling sad. Rong Yin barged in and told her to go out. She had been in her room all day. Su Jing told Rong Yin that if he wanted to comfort her, he shouldn't. She would rather sleep at home and let her sadness pass. Rong Yin didn't want that. How could he let her deal with her feelings alone? He even had a surprise plan for her, with Siete and AI Mi helping him. He used the excuse that he was hungry and wanted to eat. Su Jing suggested eating crawfish. Rong Yin quickly instructed Siete and AI Mi to execute Plan B. Rong Yin didn't eat. He just sat there peeling crawfish for Su Jing. At that moment, the waiter came over and told Su Jing that the restaurant had a raffle. Su Jing was not in a good mood. She didn't want to participate in any raffles. Rong Yin quickly encouraged her to try. Maybe she would win. Su Jing hesitated. When she won a draw, AI Mi and Siete quickly spun the pointer. Su Jing won first prize and received a gift. She happily hugged Rong Yin. They were walking through the shopping mall when they were invited by two stuffed animals to smash golden eggs. Su Jing smashed one and won first prize, which was a free day of shopping at the mall. Su Jing was surprised. Rong Yin quickly took her play around so she wouldn't suspect anything. She thought the voices of the two stuffed animals sounded familiar, but she didn't pay much attention and left with Rong Yin. Then, she suggested that since the weather was so nice, they should go for a walk. She was full of energy again. She realized that people couldn't be unlucky forever. Someone who never won anything like her could win 2 first prizes. It was okay to fail the application once. She could just practice more and she would definitely succeed next time. Rong Yin happily agreed. As they walked along the riverbank, they came across a gasapon machine. Rong Yin decided to try it. Of course, Siete and AI Mi had arranged everything behind the scenes. Both Rong Yin and Su Jing got the special edition. Seeing Rong Yin and Su Jing having fun together, Siete and AI Mi went home. Su Jing realized that all the gashapon prizes were the special edition. She immediately understood that it was Rong Yan's trick. She also noticed that the 2 bears earlier were AI Mi and Siete in disguise. Seeing that Su Jing had discovered his secret, Rong Yin quickly apologized. He just didn't want her to be sad. Su Jing wasn't angry and kissed him. She liked everything he did for her. She was grateful to him. Rong Yin also thanked her for bringing her to him. That night, Rong Yin went to the bar to find Yu Chuan. Rong Yin told him that he had rejected Su Jing. He suggested that they put Su Jing's design together with the other employees' designs so that Yu Chuan could distinguish them. After all, he didn't even look at Su Jing's design before rejecting it, which was basically denying her talent. She was totally capable. Yu Chuan easily found Su Jing's design. He easily recognized it, not because Su Jing didn't draw well, but because he remembered the style of the others. He admitted that Su Jing drew very well and could join the design department. However, after Su Jing received the invitation from the design department, she was a little angry. She thought Rong Yin used his position to help her, but after hearing his explanation, she realized she had wronged him. The next day, she went to work with Rong Yin. They bumped into Yu Chuan on the street, and he spilled coffee on her. But when he saw the coffee stain on Su Jing's clothes, he thought it looked beautiful and told her that since a master like him had spilled coffee on her clothes, they had become priceless and she should cherish them. Su Jing sneered and directly splashed coffee on him. After arriving at the company, she realized that the person she bumped into in front of the company was Yu Chuan. Although they were enemies, he still found Su Jing very interesting. Rong Yin took Su Jing back to her office to change her jacket. Yu Chuan didn't let Su Jing participate in the design department's projects. Su Jing had to ask to help with some supporting tasks. Su Jing was organizing the storage room when she accidentally hit Yu Chuan in the head. The door locked itself, and they couldn't get out. They also didn't have their phones. At that moment, Rong Yin was at home preparing food to celebrate Su Jing getting accepted into the design department in their 1-month anniversary. He wanted to cook it himself, but he didn't know how to use a knife. Mr. Su was next to him, giving instructions. Meanwhile, Su Jing was worried. She shouted for help, but no one could hear her. Yu Chuan was looking at the design plans for Shangde Company, thinking about how to calculate the sense of movement. Su Jing saw the wall of the Shangde Company painted and the paint cans in the storage room, and she got inspired. She wanted Yu Chuan to witness the movement of art. They then sprayed paint on the wall, having a lot of fun. Rong Yin had finished cooking at home. He texted Su Jing, asking her to come home quickly. But her parents and Rong Yin waited a long time, but she didn't come back. He called her, but she didn't answer. Her phone was on the table, and she was still in the storage room. This was the first time she saw Yu Chuan act so crazy. He was trying out the paint on her clothes, but it turned out really well. When he was going downstairs, he tripped and twisted his ankle. Just then, someone opened the door. Su Jing quickly took him to the hospital. When the elevator opened, she ran into Han Ran. It turned out that Han Ran and Yu Chuan had known each other for many years, but they had lost touch because Yu Chuan had gone abroad for a few years. Su Jing poured water for him. One of his hands was bandaged, and the other was getting a 4 drip. Su Jing had to help him with one hand. Rong Yin walked in and saw this. He immediately took Su Jing away. After they went outside, Su Jing explained to Rong Yin that she only took him to the hospital and her phone was still on the table, so she couldn't see his message. But Rong Yin didn't listen to her explanation. When she got home, she saw all the delicious food and started to wonder what day it was. Rong Yin told her that it was their 1-month anniversary. Su Jing finally remembered. She tasted the food Rong Yin had cooked and praised him, which made him happy again. Rong Yin calmed down, and he and Su Jing shared a passionate kiss. They were caught by her parents, and both sides were shocked. Su Jing felt like she was sneaking around at home. Rong Yin suggested that they move out, but Su Jing thought that was too dangerous. Her father would never agree. But Rong Yin said he had a plan. The children who were going to take winter classes at the martial arts gym were coming to stay, so there wouldn't be enough rooms. He would try to sound out Mr. Su. In the morning, they pretended to be late for work. They hinted at the house being too far from the company, but her parents didn't see what they were doing. Mr. Su even suggested that they take a taxi home if Su Jing got off work late. Mr. Su suddenly remembered that Rong Yin had a car. He hurriedly explained that his grandfather was using it. He thought her parents would let them live together, but they told them that they were young and should try to overcome these difficulties. The meeting was about the design plan for the Gu Group's shopping mall's 10th anniversary celebration. Yu Chuan gave Su Jing full responsibility for this project. Rong Yin was, of course, very supportive of her. He always believed in her ability to complete the project. Rong Yin decided to invite Su Jing's parents to visit his house. They were very satisfied with the house and were also very happy with Rong Yin. Rong Yin took the opportunity to suggest that he wanted to move in with Su Jing. Mr. Su immediately refused. Rong Yin had no choice but to ask Han Ran for advice. He suggested using softness to overcome hardness, to make Su Jing's father see his sincerity. That night, Su Jing and Rong Yin opened a blind box and she kissed him. They were seen by Mr. Su. At the meeting, Su Jing presented her latest plan. Everyone was very satisfied. Yu Chuan and Rong Yin were both very proud. That night, Mrs. Su gave her husband some psychological counseling. Rong Yin brought some wine to have a drink with Su Jing's father. He even followed Han Ran's advice to put away the blue dragon sword, but this didn't work. Mr. Su didn't agree, but Mrs. Su really hoped he would. She advised him that their daughter had grown up and they shouldn't interfere too much. Besides, Rong Yin was a good boy. Everyone could see that he would never let Su Jing suffer. Also, they would soon have new students at the martial arts gym. How would they manage? They also had a responsibility to their students. Mr. Su felt that his wife made sense. Their daughter was now an adult, and they couldn't decide for her what path she should take and how she should go about it. Su Jing moved her belongings into Rong Yan's room, but his house was decorated in a minimalist style. She had some small toys and didn't know where to put them. Rong Yin said that he would change the style of the house to her liking, so that she could see her reflection in every corner. She would be the mistress of the house. He would listen to her. She was excited to fill every corner with blind boxes and models. That night, Su Jing didn't bring pajamas. Rong Yin told her to choose something comfortable from his closet. Su Jing picked out one of his shirts and went to find him, working late together. Rong Yin's eyes widened, and he quickly took a sip of water to suppress his panic. He was stiff as a board. Su Jing saw him drinking water and raising his hand in a strange manner. She asked him what was wrong, but he didn't say anything. Then, she went back to her room. The next day, Rong Yin was working when Siete gave him some ginseng. He usually didn't like to drink it, but he knew they were living together. He reminded Rong Yin to take care of himself. But Rong Yin said he didn't need it and asked him to take it home and drink it with AI. Me came to the company to deliver a loving lunch to Siete when she ran into Su Jing. Even during her lunch break, Su Jing was working nonstop. Siete and Me were walking down the street, feeling very happy. Me took the opportunity to express her desire to get married. She even mentioned wanting to wear a wedding dress. Siete didn't understand what she meant and saw that it was almost past his lunch break. He quickly ran back to work. Yuchuan announced that Yao Zhong had decided to cooperate with the Gu Group. He would actively cooperate with the main program of Fan Fun Mall's anniversary celebration. Everyone clapped happily. Su Jing's design plan was approved. Yuchuan wanted to ensure that the project went smoothly and asked everyone to sign confidentiality agreements. The key information couldn't be leaked before the event started. Su Jing worked very hard, and Yuchuan really valued her. This caused gossip among her colleagues. In the evening, Su Jing was starting to prepare for the exhibition. Yuchuan told her that being a designer meant not having to do so much work, but Su Jing wanted to ensure that everything went smoothly. She also wanted to have a sense of participation in the project. But the main poster was missing, and her colleague asked her to go get the backup. That night, Rong Yin and Su Jing worked late. They slept in the office and woke up at 9 a.m. the next morning. They were about to get intimate, but something happened. The promotional poster for Diamond Group's shopping mall was all over the place. The themed doll and blind box image that Yao Zhong had designed for Fan Fun's anniversary were almost exactly the same. Rong Yin immediately called all the project's staff to a meeting. But when they checked the security footage, it showed that only Su Jing had gone to Yuchuan's office, which was when she went to get the USB drive with the electronic poster. The shareholders suggested that Su Jing publicly apologize, but she said that the immediate priority was to investigate the truth. This wasn't her doing, so she wouldn't accept it. Rong Yin also believed her. His grandfather passed out at this moment. Rong Yin went to visit him. His grandfather suggested that he take advantage of this opportunity to clean up the team and thoroughly catch the spy in the company. Rong Yin thought the same. His grandfather was also concerned that the old foxes on the board of directors might be targeting Su Jing. Rong Yin assured him not to worry, that with him around, she didn't need to be afraid of anything. This time, the diamond design was indeed exactly the same as Yao Zhong's. Rong Yin now realized that the company had a spy. After returning to the company, everyone suspected that Zhang Ting was the most likely culprit, but Su Jing and Yuchuan didn't believe she did it. But then, Yuchuan went to find Zhang Ting alone and asked her to take responsibility. Zhang Ting stormed out of the office and started packing her things. Su Jing quickly expressed her concern, but Zhang Ting thought that she was trying to get rid of her and blamed her. Su Jing said she didn't do it, but Zhang Ting didn't believe her and pushed Su Jing away. That night, the colleagues were leaving together. Su Jing wanted to take the bus with them, but they said it wasn't on their way and avoided going with her. Yuchuan also happened to be looking for Su Jing to discuss some design issues for the lobby. He saw that her face wasn't good and comforted her, saying she didn't need to worry about it. That was Zhang Ting's choice. He saw she wasn't meeting Rong Yin and wanted to take her somewhere to change her mood. Me put many red envelopes and invitations on the table, waiting for Siete to return. As soon as he came back, she quickly told him they were all invitations from friends and neighbors, as well as close relatives, so they needed to prepare red envelopes. She emphasized that they were both the right age to get married. Everyone who should have gotten married had gotten married, but Siete still didn't understand what Me meant. Me was angry and ignored him. That night, Rong Yin video called Yao Zhong to apologize about the leak of the design plans. He agreed to give him a satisfactory answer, but for now, he needed his help. Yuchuan took Su Jing to a bar. He had been studying design for many years, and whenever he was upset, he would go there to drink a few drinks. He asked Su Jing why she wanted to work in the design department. Su Jing answered that she just wanted to do the design work that she loved. Yuchuan asked if she had given the design to Diamond. Su Jing was shocked and answered that of course she didn't. Did he suspect her? Yuchuan asked her deliberately if she hadn't done it. Why was she so concerned about what other people said? Besides, she didn't join the company to make friends. Yuchuan told Su Jing that the only way to escape the gossip of others was to be smart in the workplace. and there was nothing that drinking and chatting with friends couldn't solve. This would help her work more happily and be closer to her design dream. Yin was still thinking about how to solve the problem. He was working and waiting for Su Jing to come home. He was worried about her and called her, but she didn't answer. He called Siete and asked if she was with him and AI Me. But Siete and AI Me were together and didn't have Su Jing with them. He asked AI Me to contact her. Soon after he hung up, Su Jing came home. She realized her phone had died. She then explained that she had gone out for drinks with director due after work. Yin was unhappy when he heard that it was Yuchuan. He said he didn't want her to be with him, but Su Jing didn't understand. She thought Yuchuan was really nice. Yin was actually jealous. He didn't want his girlfriend to be with another man unnecessarily. Su Jing saw that he was jealous and was happy. Then, she complained about the events at the company. Yin hugged her and comforted her. They had been through a lot lately. That night, Aimi saw Siete sneak out. She called Su Jing and told her that he was having an affair. Su Jing quickly went to find her best friend. Earlier, Aimi heard Siete answer a call from a woman who wanted to go to the Fill-In Hotel. At the door, she saw him escorting a woman out. Su Jing didn't say a word. She directly tackled him to the ground. Siete explained that he was just driving the woman's car and that he had bought the wedding dress Aimi liked and wanted to give her a special wedding. Aimi was really moved. She hugged Siete tightly. Yin was trying to figure out how to get Yao Yizhong to agree to help the Gu group. If he didn't, they would have to execute Plan B. The design department was busy trying to fix the problem. Han Ran got off work very late that day and ran into Yuchuan. They had a drink together. That night, Yin got home and tiredly lay down on the sofa. Su Jing gave him a massage to relieve his pain and stress, making him feel a little better. The next morning, Su Jing answered a call from director He for Yin. He said that his grandfather's health had been improving lately, but he wasn't listening to the doctor and was eating unhealthy food. He said he wanted to visit his grandfather if he had time. Su Jing told him she had a way to get her grandfather to stop eating junk food. She brought snail noodle soup with her and told Yin not to talk about work. Her grandfather was happy to see the snail noodle soup. He had been wanting to eat it for a long time. But this time, Su Jing brought a different kind of noodle. It was made with rice flour and potato starch, so the taste was a little different. But the calorie difference from regular snail noodle soup was huge, so he could safely enjoy it. She then introduced him to some low-calorie, delicious food. She pretended that she was too busy with work lately and really wanted to eat high-calorie desserts to replenish her energy. Her grandfather, of course, indulged her. Yin looked at them with a smile on his face. After returning from her grandfather's house, Su Jing teased Yin, saying that difficult people like them must be related. Yin felt that he wasn't as unreasonable as his grandfather. Later, their senior brother came over, bringing food made by Su Jing's father. Su Jing tasted the familiar flavor. Yin felt that the only bad thing about moving out was that he couldn't eat her father's food. So their senior brother told him to go back to the martial arts gym more often. Su Jing's parents talked about them every day. Su Jing started to complain that there was too much going on in the design department lately. She said she would go back to eat after she finished submitting her design. She suddenly remembered that she had forgotten to submit it and put down her chopsticks to go deliver it. While Su Jing was away, Han Ran reminded Yin that 2 days ago, when he and Yuchuan were drinking, he felt like Yuchuan really liked Su Jing. He was regretful that he didn't get to know her sooner. Yin had gotten there first. Yin was surprised and told him that he didn't dare, but Han Ran reminded him that Su Jing hadn't noticed yet. But when Yin mentioned this to Su Jing before, he wasn't very happy. He didn't want her to think he was unreasonable and liked to be jealous. Han Ran teased him, saying he was a jealous man. Then he left, not wanting to interfere in their world anymore. Su Jing was drawing. Yin sat in front of her and seriously asked her if it was tiring being his girlfriend. He asked her if she would leave him if someone else pursued her. Su Jing was surprised that he was asking this. She checked if he had a fever and asked him why he was saying such strange things. Hearing her assurance that she wouldn't leave him, he happily gave her design ideas and inspiration. That day, everyone in the design department submitted a proposal. Yin urged everyone to come up with new designs. He glanced through them and chose Su Jing's design. He reminded everyone not to leak anything. Otherwise, he would not hesitate to disband the entire design department. Yuchuan's face was not good. He received a text from President Huang, asking him what he needed. Yuchuan had been recording Yin's words during the meeting. He listened back and was confused. He thought back to what President Huang had told him. And Ro had been at the Gu Group for many years, but was still discarded. Would his outcome be better than hers? After thinking for a while, he sent the recording to President Huang. At the anniversary press conference, the reporter's questions were very aggressive. Yin could only say it was all rumors. Yao Zhong arrived and cut the ribbon for the opening ceremony. He announced that he had collaborated with Su Jing to design a limited edition blind box doll. which was a groundbreaking work among the limited edition designs. Yuchuan left unhappily. Then, Rong-yin appeared in the garage and told him the play was over. Don't act anymore. He had done on purpose, wanting to see what Yuchuan was really up to. Now it seemed he just wanted to make a big deal out of the Gu group and Yao Zhong breaking their contract. But when he tried to make people suspect Zhang Ting, it actually made Rong-yin suspect him. Su Jing heard their conversation. Yuchuan's target was Su Jing from the beginning. He was very disappointed in him. He was now willing to come forward and testify because he wanted to make amends for his past actions. Zhang Ting returned to the company, and her relationship with Su Jing was no longer so distant. While she was at work, Su Jing received a call about her grandfather being sick, so she rushed to visit him. She held his hand and cried. He saw that the company was in crisis, and they would work together to overcome the difficulties. He was relieved to entrust the company to them. He only had one wish, to hold his great-grandchild. Su Jing immediately agreed and said they would get married quickly. When she was giving him water, his plan was revealed. He had put white powder on his mouth to deceive them, but he continued to urge them to get married. Rong-yin followed them, saying that she had agreed and couldn't go back on her word. They went back to the martial arts gym together. The neighbors welcomed them. Su Jing's parents had cooked a lot of food. At the dinner table, Rong-yin proposed marriage. Her parents pretended to be angry, which made them both panic. Then they changed their attitude. They actually agreed for them to get married. That night, Rong-yin asked Su Jing's father and mother for advice on how to live together. Mr. Su said that he was not very clever before and would always make his wife angry. He had gone from a wolf to a puppy. As long as his wife was happy, he was happy. Hearing this, Su Jing's father said this trick was very useful. Rong-yin decided to try it. That night, after he went home, he exercised. He couldn't go into battle without being prepared. Then, he showered, changed into pajamas, and took a bottle of red wine out to find Su Jing. But she wasn't interested and was sleepy. He was about to take off his shirt, but Su Jing reminded him to put on his clothes as he would get cold. Then she went to bed. The next day, in the car, Rong-yin started to think about it. He had gone so far, but Su Jing didn't react at all. Was it his fault or hers? Siete told him that he was just putting on a show and not really trying. Obviously, it wasn't working. Then Siete reminded Rong-yin to be confident. Girls like confident men. He couldn't hesitate anymore. If Siete hadn't said anything, it would be fine. But after he said it, Rong-yin said that if Su Jing didn't agree to marry him, he would postpone his and AI Mi's wedding. He wanted to marry Su Jing before Siete and AI Mi Su Jing and AI Mi went to try on wedding dresses. AI Mi convinced Su Jing to try one on too. She was a little hesitant at first, but she eventually changed her mind. When they came out, they saw that the decorations outside had changed. It was all filled with memories of her and Rong-yin. Rong-yin was holding flowers and slowly walked towards her. He knelt down and took out a ring to propose to her. Su Jing was so moved that she cried. Siete, AI Mi, and even their design department colleagues rushed in to cheer. Su Jing said in a loud voice, "I do," which moved everyone around them. Rong-yin quickly put the ring on Su Jing's finger. He decided to get married the following week. They hugged each other happily. Rong-yin promised Su Jing that he would treat her well forever. In the office, Siete showed Rong-yin the wedding plan he had designed for his own wedding. He told him that he couldn't have stolen his ideas, but Rong-yin saw that it wasn't very good, especially after he'd been thinking about it for days. Siete told him that AI Mi liked it, but Su Jing wouldn't necessarily. He had helped him contact the best wedding planning group in Ninghai. Rong-yin praised him, saying he was getting better at his job. Then he went to check out the location himself. Su Jing's parents decorated the Su family martial arts gym with red decorations. Her mother told her she had to be the most beautiful bride tomorrow. Su Jing started to cry. Her parents teased her, but they were also sad. After Su Jing went upstairs, her parents finally let their sadness show. Zhenhua was even more anxious. He had even thought of a name for the baby. He had been looking forward to Rong-yin getting married. Rong-yin was very grateful to him for raising him for so many years. The next day, on the way to the wedding hall, the car tire suddenly blew out. Rong-yin quickly came up with a plan. They wouldn't go to the wedding hall anymore. For them, the Su family martial arts gym held more meaning than the wedding hall, as it was full of their shared memories. So Rong-yin drove Su Jing back to the Su family martial arts gym. She had grown up there, surrounded by the neighbors. The Su family martial arts gym held records of her growth and also their love story. The wedding continued with everyone watching. Su Jing's parents were moved to tears. The film ends with a scene of Rong-yin and Su Jing's wedding night, a happy ending to a love story destined for each other. This is where the story ends. Don't forget to like and subscribe to not miss out on more amazing episodes. For now, goodbye and until next time.